What's up, frugal people? My name is Andre Jick, and I hope you had a wonderful 2018. But first, story time. 2018 brought us Fortnite and League of Legends, where they took over the world. We lost the greatest battle of our lifetime, which was the battle of the internet. And of course, Avengers set box office records. We lost Stephen Hawking, unfortunately, but we also witnessed the collapse and death of Bitcoin. Again. Also, 2018 was pretty incredible for me because it was the first year where I got to work for myself after working for a company for nearly 10 years. You know what they say? If you don't build your own dreams, someone else will hire you to build theirs. Now, I'm probably like you because I just wanted time for myself. And after I quit, well, things were pretty great.
How big of a deal is it to really be homeless? It's not a big deal.
Mother!
God, are you there?
This is my life now. I'll accept it. True story. At this point, I realized that I was nothing like Martin Luther King Jr. because, well, I didn't have a dream. I don't even know what that means, to have a dream. All I know is that I want to be able to have time to hang out with my friends, with my family, be able to play some Mario Party, binge watch some Black Mirror, some Game of Thrones, and get lost in season 2 of Westworld because literally I have no idea what's going on anymore. Anyway, I had this crazy idea to combine 3 of my favorite passions and mash them all up into one. And that is cardistry, awesome, cinematography, cool, and finance, money. How do I do that? And I know what you're thinking. What the hell is cardistry? Well, I'm glad you asked. So at this point in time, I'm probably 2 or 3 minutes into the video and I haven't said a single thing, so I'm really sorry about that. But having said that, this video is about teaching you step by step so that you can hopefully copy everything I did to make a ton of money with your idea or product by following everything step by step. I'm gonna provide concrete examples of everything. So with that said, let's get started right now. So the first step is pretty obvious. Figure out what your product or idea is. It should be probably something you're somewhat good at. Now, after I left my job, I found this new passion for, not starving to death. And that really motivated me to, do the thing. Who would have thunk it? Necessity is the mother of all creation. Anyway, I'm also very fortunate to be friends with people that are far better and smarter than me. So I partnered up with my good friend Patrick Kuhn. I knew he would complement my strengths and could do things that I could not. And that really helped, and he wouldn't let me drown in my own self-depression and doubt. And I'm kind of big on that. Kind of important, And also, life is short. Collaborate, make friends, and do something together. It's a lot more fun that way. Hey, B-roll. For our platform for funding and marketing purposes, we actually chose Kickstarter. Now, Kickstarter allows you to fund your project as well as advertise it. And it's amazing because it is a public platform. It already has a massive established audience built in. There's also Indiegogo, which works a little bit differently because it allows you to keep all of the pledges or all of the money that people give you, regardless of how much money you actually needed. Now, here's a pro tip. You might want to consider making your project goal be significantly less than what you actually need. For example, we needed $40,000. Close to there, but our goal that we set was actually $20,000, which is half of that is math. And we did that because if your project reaches its goal quicker, then guess what? Kickstarter's algorithms kick in and you'll get featured on a lot more places and get a lot more organic views. You might even be featured on the front page. We didn't. But be careful, because if you do decide to do that and set your goal lower than what you need, let's say your project gets funded, but it doesn't meet the necessary funds, then guess what? The money will be deposited into your account and you'll be left with people's money and not enough to complete your project and therefore suffer harassment and public embarrassment for the rest of your life. So definitely avoid that. So speaking of money, how much should you charge? Well, if you're making, for example, I don't know, a t-shirt and it costs, let's say $10 to buy, then you should probably sell it for around $30. So your profit margin should be about ×3 for a healthy one. So aim for around that. All right, now we are not designers. So for the love of baby Jesus, please do not design your own product. I should have done that. All right, I know, I get it, I hear you. You're not a designer, but there's a solution. So here's what you do. Go to Dribbble.com, and if you didn't already know, Dribbble is actually a popular website for finding high-end graphic designers who have designed incredible merchandise that you can see their portfolio. And if you've ever been to a store somewhere and you thought, wow, that's a really cool thing, I really need that in my life, there's a good chance that that artist is on Dribbble for hire. Call 1-800-STARVING-ARTISTS. Just kidding. They're not cheap, so definitely have a budget when hiring a designer because people notice great work, whether it's a t-shirt, deck of playing cards, or That's all I can think of. But the most important thing is to get people excited about what you're doing. And this can be in any form. We used a keynote, which should be up on the screen right now, and we were giving artists an idea of what our project would look like. And again, we also showed people projects that we've already done in the past. People are like, wow, these guys have done great work. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'd love to partner up with them. Let's do this. That's very, very important. Excite everybody that you're working with, and your project will be a success, I promise. All right, step number 2, execution. Come here, I want to show you something. All right, so I have a question for you. How do you sell this object? This is a deck of playing cards. It's not mine, it's my friend Chris Ramsey's. It's super cool looking, but it's also from the Stone Age, right? Because it's made out of paper, and we kind of play online now, and maybe Cards Against Humanity, but less and less with a real deck of cards. I mean, that's true for every deck of cards, right? So we had this idea to appeal to as many